it was on Skype. We was on Skype. So this is a whole totally new shit. You ain't got to download nothing, anything, StreamYard.
Yeah.
So yeah, so and it's hot in Cali, where it's hot in North Carolina. I tell you that. So, but I know y'all heat is different from our heat.
Yeah. It's like it's 77 where I'm at, but I'm on the coast, so it's not too bad.
Oh my goodness, shit! It was the heat index was I think 90 something today
Oh,
here.
you got that humid too.
Yeah, North Carolina is that give you some of everything state.
Yep.
It's like we Florida in the 90s now.
Yeah. I feel it.
Oh my goodness. So what's been going on, man?
Oh man, I've just been chilling. So I think the last time we spoke and we did this one of these podcasts, I was just working kind of part time in adult, but since then I've been full time. So I know I talked a lot about Trike Patrol back in the day, but I've been
Yeah.
working a lot on our other sites such as Tuk Tuk Patrol, Agent Sex Diary, MILF Trip, all of our sites really here at the Globetrotter Studio. So
Ooh.
um, been doing a lot of bigger things. Been doing my own little podcast for a couple years
Yes.
now.
Yes, I've been seeing that. See, that's right, people. I don't only just talk to people that's do involved in the porn industry, but also they have a hand in the podcast side of things. So, how have that been going?
It's been cool. You get to meet a lot of people, learn about lot of different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
But I also enjoy just doing my own podcast where I don't have a guest or I'm not interviewing someone. I just talk about certain topics. That's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fun. But it's also again, it's cool meeting new people. But overall, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy doing the solo podcast episodes because sometimes I don't know. I go into it what I want to talk about, and I end up. I be like, well, damn, how the hell I'm gonna stretch this for? But then I end up going for an hour and don't even realize I went for an hour.
Oh yeah, I feel it because it's when it's just you. I try to aim for at least 15 minutes every podcast episode. Sometimes I hit it. Sometimes I go more into longer than 30 minutes. But um, yeah, it's just you set your own tone. You find a topic that you're passionate about, and
Mm-hmm. Shoot, oh yeah, because it's. I have plenty of topics to be passionate about and everything. So and I hope I'm working on some things. I want to get a certain guest up on here. Hopefully, you hear me on YouTube, Billy Carson. I need we. I would love to chat with you. Yes.
there you go.
No, he be talking about the Anunnaki and shit like that. So I would love to touch bases with him and touch brain children because I have my theories as well upon that. But anyway, that's another conversation for another day. So good night. You done expanded shit and all that. So before we get into that, let me talk to these people to get this out of the way. What's going on, smokers? And yeah, you know what time it is. It's that time. It's smoking time. And you know I am Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, the wonderful host of STO, the Smokers Lounge. You know where you can find my links. One link on mylinks.com backslash porn rap star. Four sponsors that you will love and enjoy that loves us is bringing you this wonderful podcast. The first one being the RideSizzleMagazine.com. Next up, BlushErotica.com. After that, the Kinky Candle Company. That's right, for all your candle needs, whether you want for freaky shit or the smell good. And also the Queen of Law herself, Mitchell Ferrari. All the links is in the description, people. I'm sorry that I'm going through them fast sponsors, but yeah, me and him got a lot of shit to chop up. and you can find me 5 days out the week in the morning at fullswatradio.com. Also at skyhawk.tv.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Now, if you've been a day one smoker, when I mentioned the name, y'all know him, because I love talking about porn from around the world. I talk about European porn. I had to talk to somebody about porn in Mexico. Well, this particular guy is known for porn in the Philippines. You know him as the guy that brought to you the Brazzers of the Philippines, none other than Trike Patrol. And last time I talked to him, he even introduced a black dick to the scene. So Give it up. Light up your blunts and say hello and welcome back, my man, Mr. Tyke Patrol, Mr. Globe Twata, the one and only Mr. C's. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Oh my goodness. So shoot. So last I talked, I said, yeah, like last we talked about that you was, like I said, dealing with Tyke Patrol. What made you switch to the full time?
Well, I got an offer here at the Globetrotter Studios. As I mentioned in previous podcast specials, I started my career. I was producing a bunch of scenes from out here. I was here in the U.S., but I was producing scenes from the Philippines, and I kind of stuck with it. And I got the opportunity to come on board full time for again the Globetrotter Studios. We also shoot content out in Thailand. We have a European site. We have another site, AsianSexDiary.com, that's all about Asians from all over Southeast Asia. We also have MILFTrip.com that launched, I think, in 2018 or 2017. So we have a handful of sites. And if it's your thing, we also have Hello Ladyboy, if you like ladyboys. And I do want to mention, we also have our boy Shimmy out in the Dominican Republic, shooting all the hottest chicas out in the DR.
Oh, my God. Now, I have noticed that a lot of male talents has been tracking their asses over to Europe, South America, and all that good stuff. Is it with the market? How's the market different overseas versus here?
Well, if we're talking, I don't know much about Colombia, South America, or really Europe. I did mention that we do have a European site, but that's not really my department. That's not really my thing. I'm more on the Asian side. But if we're talking Asia,
that's what I'm talking about.
This is what I want to say.
Go ahead.
So most people think that we get our content for cheap, just because these countries isn't America. It's not Canada. It's not some of these wealthier European countries. But overall, the scenes still cost the same as a typical BG out here in the States. Mm-hmm. You still gotta make a nice offer to the models for them to be able to agree to shoot for you. They're not going to do it for $100, $200, $300. They know that you're making money off of it, so they're going to want their piece of the pie.
So why do people think that them females ain't hip to the game?
Oh, just because this is a third world country like the Philippines. Thailand, I can't say much about Thailand. I'm still learning the site of ours, tuktukpatrol.com. I've only been to Thailand once. I want to say it's not as third world as the Philippines, but people still think that we're taking advantage of girls, that we're paying them, chump change, but in reality, we're not. It's the same. It's actually cheaper sometimes to get content out here in the States and easier.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because a lot of times when you come down to it, you outsource it.
Of course,
period. Because it's and people don't realize that a lot of these companies, that's what they do. Even the browsers outsource their content to producers and stuff of that nature. So, but with the market, like with the because you're dealing in the Philippines, when it comes to the sales, is it mainly online? Do y'all do DVDs? You know what I'm saying? How is it consumed?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking. So, of course, we're on all the major tubes. We also started recently, like last year, about a year and a half ago, we started putting up more content up on Hot Movies, Game Link, AEBN. So we're making a bunch of money there. We're also on MiniVids. And of course, we do have our pay sites where we do charge members to become members. So there's many ways to make money off the content.
Now, the other part of this is with the international market, when I look at like the international market, right? It seems like to me they're more, how can I put this? It seems like to me they kind of more loyal,
more devoted, to a certain
extent, more devoted. Yeah, to me versus what we get with Americans.
Oh, but the thing is, our audience and our fans, members, and all that, they're still from Western countries. Mm-hmm. It's just the fact that there's nobody else in the game like us. There might be a couple other studios in Thailand, but we're the big fish out there in Thailand. Obviously, in the Philippines, there's nobody else, and nobody will ever come close to what Tyke Patrol has become. And I don't say that to be conceited or anything. It's just, I know how hard it can be to get content out there. And I don't think anybody will want to go through the headache of producing content out there and having to build such a big library like Trike Patrol. It's never going to happen in this lifetime.
But see, if you want to be honest about it, I mean, I know hip hop, Jay-Z, you know that he said, they said one of the songs, he said, there's not many of us. He said, nah, there's plenty of us. Because to me, I think because y'all very niched. And when you have a niched market, it makes more money because they're more rabid for it because there's not much of it out there. Yeah. And two, also it seemed like it's hard for even that market for y'all to get saturated. Now, is that a good thing?
Possibly, yeah. But the thing is also there's not many people can do it or will do it. Nobody really wants to fuck with the Philippines like that. It's just a big headache that comes with it. The girls aren't your typical models from here in the States. They're not repped. They're not from agencies. They're not, most of the time they're never on time. Oh
no, they straight amateurs.
They're straight amateurs, yeah, from the Philippines. But we do shoot a lot of content out here in the States with Filipinas for Trike Patrol. We've been doing that for the last 12, 13 years. Just kind of not as fillers, but just kind of
Well, I mean, it will make sense because you have Filipino women out here, and if that's what y'all going for. And it's the easiest layup is to get one that might be in LA.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. Easiest layup, yeah.
Yeah. So now, with the when I'm trying to see where I want to go with this. So it's kind of like with the full time. How does going full time change from being part time?
When I was part-time, I was strictly just I was handling TP's Twitter. That's pretty much it, or what we know now as X. I mean, I was still producing a lot. I was putting ABC together out in the Philippines while I was here in the States. But since then, I don't produce as much. I'm pretty much doing what my boss was doing, pretty much dealing with all the producers and helping him out. Trying to take a little bit of work off his desk, which I tried my best at. But now I'm also doing other things. I got the podcast I'm handling our socials. I'm handling YouTube. I'm submitting to all our VOD, the on-demand such as hot movies, as I mentioned. So yeah, whatever is needed around the office, I'll do. But it's cool to be able to leave your vanilla job at 9 to 5.
Yeah. I hope we get to that point, my damn self. Hope we get to that point, my damn self. So it's kind of like now, I'm gonna ask you this: which market is more lucrative, the American market or the Filipino market, when it comes to the content when y'all putting out? You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, well, we would always prefer to get content out in the Philippines. Again, not because it's cheap or anything, but then that's what really built Trike Patrol as a pay site, as a brand. It was always about the American or European or some kind of foreigner out in the Philippines doing his thing. It was never about Filipinos out here in the States, but we've been able to kind of like, season that into the site, and it's been accepted by a lot of people. Not all the old members like it. They'll complain.
That was the one I was wondering, because it's like one of the allures of your site is that these are girls that are amateur. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like the Bang Bus where they pretended to be amateur. No, these ladies were straight up amateur.
Oh yeah.
And I was wondering, how did the fans react to the scenes that was the girls from over here? And you know what I'm saying? And could they really tell the difference personally?
Oh, for sure they could tell the difference. Just because, most of them, even in the Philippines, they'll never talk Tagalog. They'll always talk English because the producer or the stickman is American or European, so they had to talk English. But also, you could tell from the pickups, because we're all about pickups. Gonzo, I guess you can say. But I want to say when the first U.S. scenes did appear on the site over at TrikePatrol.com, I want to say members did not like it. But at the same time, there has been times where it wasn't that easy to find the content in the Philippines. When I got my foot in the door and started producing, there was a couple other shooters or producers, and it wasn't really a struggle for my now boss to find the content. And like right now, we're doing really well. When we spoke last time, we had my Jamaican dude.
Yeah,
This it's hella funny because this dude's like 6'6".
he's tall as shit.
He's tall as shit.
He towered over them chicks.
Oh yeah, and then you got this 4'11" Filipina, and the problem is we had to start doing night shoots out in the Philippines just because it was catching so much attention. Because again, you got this 6 foot black dude, and you got so everyone's looking, and you see this dude with the big ass camera. So and they all knew what was up. They're like probably thinking in their heads, Strike Patrol shoot, so that's why we had to do night shoots.
So now you about to have a little fun here because I want you. You may not exactly know, but I just want you to guess, speculate, whatever.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, OnlyFans took off over here. How is OnlyFans in the Philippines?
They actually banned probably 5-6 years ago. They banned Philippine users and content creators. They don't want to fuck with the Philippines. Really, Filipinas in the Philippines shouldn't even be on OnlyFans. Because you remember there was a lot of shit that happened with OnlyFans. Remember they tried to go mainstream. They were trying to get rid of all the people that made them who they are. They tried to, and Fan Central, they were happy. They were like, all right, if OnlyFans cut you guys, we're ready. We'll take you in. And then of course OnlyFans pussied out and never did it because they probably realized that they weren't going to get anywhere with the mainstream. That's not what built them.
So shoot. So wait a second. So they don't. That is beautiful. They ban OnlyFans, but don't fuck with Strike Patrol.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't. They OnlyFans. I tried to set up an account like 3-4 years ago, just to kind of as a pay site. But as you know, like pay site brands don't really have like an OnlyFans or anything. But yeah. It's all good. We don't really need them, so we're fine without them.
No. I mean, seriously, out of this piece.
I tried.
because people think that OnlyFans is popping all over the world, and I be trying to explain to them, not in every country is popping. Period. It's certain countries in America, yes, but not in every single country or in a lot of countries or what have you. Because even to the point, you got to know the different laws in these countries as well when it comes to this shit.
For sure. And every platform, even the tubes, I mean, it's all about proper documentation and IDs nowadays. It ain't like it was 10-15 years ago. You got to have some solid, documents. And, simple things like that with Filipinas, it's not that easy. It seems like these girls that we deal with in the Philippines aren't the smartest chicks out there. I swear to God. Like I said, if anybody wants to go to the Philippines and start and try to create a brand, good luck. I would love to sit down with you after a year of trying and just have a.
Oh no, because I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question then. What country have you heard is the easiest to deal with? That you know what I'm saying?
Oh, U.S. for sure.
Other than the U.S. Come on now. Other than the U.S.
Europe, because they have their agencies. You if you're really in the game and you're trying to book models, you can find them all over Europe. Thailand, they don't have agencies either. They're all amateurs as well. But the Thai girls in Thailand, I'll tell you this much, they're so organized. Like you'll actually see them on OnlyFans. You'll see them promoting themselves properly all over social media. They know how to market themselves. They're all about business in Thailand.
Yeah, because I wonder, like, when it comes to, but see, that what I noticed about the international market across the board, their quality is high, even for the OnlyFans girls. While here, you're running to low quality here. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that on the international market, even down to the OnlyFans girls, just like you said with Thailand, because you think they'll mail it in.
But there's also, I don't care what anybody says, 90% of the time, there's always some dude behind it. Chicks don't just wake up one day wanting to do porn. And I'm sure there's some dude running their social media accounts, running their Instagrams, running their Twitters. For one, we already know that when it comes to English, Filipinos can speak decent English. Thai, they're not so good. It's just because the U.S. used to be I'm sorry, the Philippines used to be ran by the U.S. long time ago, and they also teach English in the Philippines, and that's why they have the call centers out there.
Mm.
So they can manage their own social media accounts and actually talk proper English.
Mm-hmm. So now, yeah, because that is funny because I don't ever hear no one say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Philippines." But do a lot of Americans go to Thailand to shoot?
That I'm not sure of. I know there's a couple other brands or pay sites, but I want to say, so back in the days, it was always Thailand or Philippines where a lot of these passport bros or mongers, as we called them back in the days, would go. Philippines is dying out. Everyone's going to Thailand. That's where it's popping. I mean, I don't know. You should go on Instagram, man. Just search some of these Pattaya videos and Thai videos. I mean, it's popping out there, man. That's the place to go. And the girls are just hot. I mean, I really adore Thai girls now since I've been working for Tuk Tuk Patrol. I mean, I must say these Thai girls are just stunning.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, now here's the other thing. Now, when it comes to when y'all look for the girls, are you looking for a certain type as far as body type, look, like I mean, I haven't been on the site in a minute. So, like, do they think?
Any requirements? No, never. We try to get the slender ones, of course. But we don't mind a little chubby. We don't mind the MILFs. It's pretty much, for argument's sake, when I was producing on the Philippines, it was just get the cutest ones possible. I think.
I mean, for what you described, you get what you can get.
Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I think in all argument's sake, if a 6 out of 10 is doable, just because the market is so it's hard out there to find the model sometimes. So we'll get by with a 6 out of 10.
Now I'm gonna ask you this: should a male talent try to find girls and all that outside the United States? And what's the best way of going about that?
Are we talking about finding girls to
film with?
To film?
Film with.
Can't really tell you. I mean, it's a lot easier out here in the States, as mentioned. I mean, anybody could build a pay site out here in the States if you got some money. Anyone can produce scenes out here, as long as you got the money. In the Philippines, I don't recommend it because I already know the struggles. I've almost quit doing this many times when I was producing. I kind of almost said fuck it hella times, just because it's super stressful. I mean, girls are arriving 3 hours late, complaining 30 minutes into the shoot. I mean,
see, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. It doesn't matter what country it is. We all go through the same fucking headache with these women.
Yeah, but I've been on set many times out in LA, probably at least 30 sets, and I've never met a model that was late.
Mm-hmm. But see, like I said, it's the level of model that you're dealing with when you're here in the United States. Because let's be real, there's not a lot of amateur Filipina females out there.
You're right.
In the United States. If majority of them you're gonna find they with an agency, they in the business. So you're dealing with ladies that actually know
what they're doing.
Yeah, they do this. Versus her boyfriend said, "Look, we need the rent paid. Go ahead and do that scene."
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's a chance to make a little extra dough, so they're down for it. Again, I've always mentioned a lot of times you'll see these girls that look shy in the scenes, just because you got to think about it too. They're amateurs. They walk into this room, they see these lights, they see this big ass camera, and they're like, "What the fuck?" They've never been in that situation before.
So I mean, I wonder what they thought they were gonna walk into, though.
I mean, they knew it. It's just when reality hits,
hit them,
and they're the whole time they're getting fucked. They're probably thinking, am I doing this right? How do I look? So
now I'm asking you this: how many have you seen that they took to it?
Oh,
once the camera hit.
Well, at least half of them, at least half, for sure. There's a lot of Filipinas that are just truly freaky. And another thing is a lot of these girls have dealt with foreigners before, white dudes, black dudes. They work, they work in the bars, so they've been around foreigners. They know how to act kinky. They know what makes men happy, so they're used to that part. It's just the fact, they might get a little shy because of the camera, but eventually they do loosen up.
So basically, the bars is the equivalent of the strip club, and that's where you more easily can find girls like that.
Oh, for sure. What do we call that in the South? Too Short always be talking about it. Magic? Is it Magic City?
Magic City. Yeah.
It's pretty much Magic City.
Oh my goodness, and it's because, like I said, it's like that's why I like talking about the different cultures when it comes to the porn, because it's like with the United States, this is what these people see in X or what have you, period. Yeah. So it's kind of like even to the point of like seeing how many motherfuckers starting to take their ass to the Dominican Republic now and Colombia. I heard a couple of dudes talk about Colombia. I was like,
Colombia. Yeah, we actually have some Colombian scenes on our MILF Trip site, so I know it's a thing out there. Mm-hmm. The DR, of course, we also have a site that's features Dominicans, Titicos.com. So, DR, Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, they're hotspots for, for studios.
Yeah, because to me, I'm just like, bro, it's like, I ain't go for it. It's to have that niche. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. This is good. I think this might be a good question, actually. When I actually confirm the motherfucker, give me a second, people. In your situation, right?
Yep.
With the company that you're dealing with, from Track Patrol to Globetrotters, right?
Yep.
Why is it good that y'all that niched?
Well, I think we just got lucky. The founders of this company, it started as a joke. Let's shoot some porn out in the Philippines, and then it grew, and then eventually we had Tuk Tuk Patrol from Thailand, and then Asian Sex Diary. So it kind of just it just all happened just from the start of Trike Patrol.
Mm-hmm. So now, when y'all shoot the scenes, how y'all divvy up which site go to?
Oh, the producers, we'll have producers out in the Philippines. So if they're in the Philippines, they know that it's for TrikePatrol.com. If they're in Thailand, then it's for Tuk Tuk Patrol. And Asian Sex Diary, it's just one shooter, John Tron. MILF Trip, we have a bunch of other studios. We have multiple studios that have been shooting for us over at MILF Trip, from Vegas, LA to Miami.
Now with Thailand, because I know with Trike Patrol, it's, I guess, the guys riding the bike or the girl riding the bike. So how's the Thailand one different?
Oh, so the trike is what is pretty much the tricycle, the motorcycle with a sidecar. But in Thailand, they got the tuk tuk.
Okay, and
so that's why it's pretty much a big ass motorcycle with this big ass kind of like a car on it behind it.
Oh,
they have it like in India. They have it in other countries too. So it all made sense just to have Tuk Tuk Patrol. We already got Trike Patrol.
Oh my goodness! So, and have you had the black guy work over there yet?
We've had black shooters, yeah. I just tweeted one probably last week. It was a threesome. One of our black producers and a white guy just plowing this bubble butt Thai babe. Great scene, if you ask me. Name is Fa, FHA. So check it out if you guys want to peep it.
And how the girls, correspond to him? Because like I said, okay, first of all, do they like brothers over there like that?
In Thailand, I'm not sure. I've never really met too many Thai girls.
In the Philippines.
Oh, I'll tell you this. I know a lot of Filipinas that are with black dudes out here in the States. So, I mean, do Filipinos like black dudes? I'm sure they do. In the Philippines, they love foreigners just because, there's a chance of getting them out of the Philippines and bringing them to Europe, to America.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
I'm just keeping it real.
Oh, no. I mean, that's the dream right there. Oh, they made TV shows about this shit. I mean, come on, people.
Oh, yeah, they got that 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one was in the Philippines, too, with Big Ed. And that chick, I actually reached out to her on TikTok because I wanted to interview her I wanted to talk about her experience. Her name is Rose. That's the chick. And at first she said yeah. So I contacted her again. I said, hey, when are you available? I think she probably Googled our name, Trike Patrol, and she figured out who we were. And she was like, nope, not doing it.
She's like, no.
Oh man, that would have been good, man. That would have got a lot of attention.
Oh my goodness. So with you, how do you find the people to be on your podcast? Like your guests?
Well, I find as we know, there's a lot of Filipinos out here in the States. I just contact them on Twitter, Instagram, see if they want to hop on the podcast. I recently I recorded one with Kalani Luana. I was actually with her the other day. She came out here to the Bay Area. Chani Crossfire. I've been interviewing a lot of chicks. It's a lot of fun, get to learn of different personalities and all.
Yeah, because with me, like I said, I love hearing the stories and talking to them about the business and life and shit of that nature. Now I'm gonna ask you this because I don't know your dating status or anything like that. It isn't, but how people react when you tell them what you do?
Oh man, I mean that's another thing. Working in this biz, I feel like you're living two lives, a double life.
Yeah.
You could be walking in the store and it just hits your mind. What if everybody here knows what I do? What would they think of me? But I don't tell most people that I that I ain't really close with. And I've always thought about that. What if I met this chick that was hella hot? Just I really wanted to settle down with her, and then I had to tell her eventually what I do. And there's a good chance that she might not accept it, especially if she's Filipino or Filipina. Sorry.
Yeah, because please speak to people. Explain to people how conservative the Filipino people are.
Oh, they used to be for sure when I was out there in high school and all. But again, I was out in the province, deep in the province. It's a religious country. If it's not Catholic, if you go down south, it's going to be Muslim. So religion really controls the Philippines. I don't know about now. I haven't been there for like 7 years. I just haven't.
Okay.
I just haven't gone back. But yeah, I mean, if I was to marry a Filipina, it would have to be a bar girl or a girl that it can't be some church going Filipina that's all about religion, because I'm sure she's not going to accept what I do, and I'm not going to give up this job for some chick.
Yeah,
I'm not going back to a regular 9 to 5. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no, I'm trying to get the fuck away from my goddamn. I want this podcast and whatever else I do to pop the fuck off out this bitch. Because it's crazy, because if you notice too, and I know you see it, a lot of motherfuckers been, especially for my business, been getting into the podcast.
Yeah.
Period. So so people can understand why they're doing this. What is the benefits? What is the benefits of podcasting?
Oh, for our brands, it's pretty much promotion. We're doing it for brand awareness. I don't set up any we don't set up any like paid subscriptions or anything. We're letting people listen for free, just to kind of, it's pretty much every podcast is just like publishing a post on Twitter. We just want to bring in awareness on our brands. And that's why we do it. So we also put it on YouTube. We put it on Spotify, on all the other, what's up. But yeah, it's just for brand awareness for us.
Yeah, because the thing about it is that, like even walking into it, I was like, where do you make money with it?
Yeah,
because it's more of a labor of love. Trust and believe, I love doing this shit. This is because between the editing and setting up these interviews and keeping up with it, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you burn the candle on four ends actually.
Oh, you do, and just scheduling the interviews,
man. Yeah, how do you balance everything?
Oh man, I mean, I just have my daily routine. So in the mornings, I'm doing all social media, and then after that, But I always try to do these. Like, it's perfect that you said 5 p.m. my time, because this is around the time that I interview folks. I always try to do it after all my other stuff, just so it doesn't overlap with my normal daily routine, And then the next day, I'll usually edit and get it scheduled, and so yeah, I mean, but it's also fun because the thing, you gotta think about it too. Like, you can't really talk about your adult work to most folks. You can't really express yourself or get stuff off your mind. Obviously, you can't just talk about it all day at the office because everyone's busy. you can't talk to your chick about it because she probably don't want to hear it. So it's nice to just be able to get shit off your mind about work, because this isn't a regular type of work, not everybody's going to be able. And again, not everybody can relate to what you're talking about, because not many people work in this biz. So these podcasts really help, because like you and I, we both do podcasts. We both are an adult. We can relate to one another.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, well, it's the fact that it speaks volumes that this company just sat here and just threw a lot of responsibility on you, because it sounds like you do a lot. You get what I'm saying? Period. And because it seems like you're the engine that make it go.
Well, I wouldn't say I do a lot. Actually, like I always tell people, if you actually love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. Again, I'd rather be doing this than working in the kitchen. I worked in the kitchen for over 10 years. I'd rather do this all day, every day. It's there's days when it's like it does feel like work, yes, but it's still nothing like a regular job, Yeah.
Now, because that posting and designing flyers and all that shit. Yeah, it's tedious.
yeah, but at least I don't do a lot of the graphic designing. We have our own in-house graphic designer, so all the good stuff, all the good-looking stuff comes from our graphic designer. All the amateur-looking shit that I did, that's from me. I try at least,
Oh yeah. So man, it's just it's like every time I talk to you, it's just like you give us something new every time out of this piece. It's been a year, I think.
Oh, it's been at least a year, man. Probably pushing 2.
Oh my goodness! It was about time to bring them back. So we had them back, and like I said, I love giving everybody different viewpoints from different parts of the world. And I'm sorry, y'all need to go check out this shit, because actually it is kind of funny, because you be seeing some of them girls, you be like, but I ain't gonna front though. I feel y'all pain with trying to deal with them, because if it's hard in the Philippines, it's hard in the United States sometimes too. But trust me,
it is. Yep.
Especially talking about doing content. See, y'all be paying them, so I can imagine mother trying to do content in the Philippines. Best of luck.
Yep. I would love to see that though.
Oh yeah. Because what you telling me is like,
if it was easy, you would have 50 different trike patrols right now. There was a lot of sites back in the days, but they all just shut down, probably on autopilot now. But we're the only Filipino site still updating multiple times a month.
Because a lot of these guys are also going for content trade. See, damn, I ain't even getting to that. I was about to close it out. Hold on, let's marinate on that. I'm gonna ask you this: why would the Philippines be hard for the content trade? Just out of curiosity.
I wouldn't know, because we never ever do shared rights. We never do content trades. We're all about 101% exclusive.
But even from you doing the paid gigs, right? Because I did paid gigs. You can see a sense of just from a sense that there's girls out there in the Philippines that would do content trade. But what the sense I'm getting, as a man that been in the business for a long time, them heifers ain't trying to do no content trade.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we don't deal with all them content trades.
Oh no. But see, that's the beauty of it is, and that what makes our market so niche. And that what makes our market so lucrative, because there ain't much competition of any, if there's any competition.
Yeah. I mean, you might see some other sites claiming that the girl was shot in Manila. But people are going to check it out and know that it's not true. People figured that one of the most searched terms on Pornhub was Pinays, which means Filipinas. So they started putting Pinays on their Pornhub posts, even though they're white chicks. People are going to look at it and be like, nah, this is bullshit. It ain't the same, Nah,
you can't fuck with the original, baby. So I done held you up here long enough, man. And you know what it is. I need Of course, we're gonna be bringing him back. Hopefully, it won't take as long because you know what I'm saying. And I might just bring him on the Savage Smoke. You know what I'm saying. So we can really chop it up because you know what I'm saying. So we can really talk some shit. So, but anyway, um, before I let this man tell y'all where to go spend money on where he is doing, you already know what you need to do. One, two ways to get extra content from the Smokers Lounge. I'm sorry, people, I was a little fumbly with it. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to end this motherfucker because shit. So, but anyway, you know the two ways. The first way, of course, on Loyal Fans, the Premium Smoke Room. 5, premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 3, gorgeous hostesses for you to fall in love with. Gets more wilder, gets more crazy, gets more unpredictable. Tits come out, dildos may pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. And then the other way is for my people on Spotify. You know that is Savage Smoke, where the top male talent, producers, or what have you, come on the show and we talk about the business from a male perspective. And we hope and we don't sugarcoat a goddamn thing. So there you go. So with that being said, yo, Mr. C, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, brother.
All right, so check out all of our sites. Our sites are TrekPatrol.com, TukTukPatrol.com, AsianSexDiary.com, HelloLadyboy.com, MilfTrip.com, EurosexDiary.com, and Toticos. Follow us on Twitter. All of our accounts are there, and we're posting free content every day. Follow us on Instagram. Just search our names, Trek Patrol, ASD _ John Tron. Tuk Tuk Patrol's on there, and Milf Trip's on there. TikTok. And again, we have YouTube channels for TrekPatrol.com, TukTukPatrol.com, and MilfTrip.com. And we're on MiniVids, we're on Hot Movies, ABN. So there's plenty of ways to enjoy our content. We're on all the major tubes. Simply Google our brands, and you'll find what you're looking for.
You know something? You said something, it just skipped my damn mind. I got to ask you this before you go, because you seem like you're a very bright man and very intelligent man. What you think is going to happen now that X has now allowed porn, and where you think he's heading with this?
They always allow porn.
I know, but where you think he's heading with it now that he made it official?
I think it's going to be pretty nice what's going to happen. I think he's going to start allowing us to make money and charging people to view our X-rated content if we wish to do so. So I think, so you could put the good stuff or you can even put up 10-minute videos instead of the 2 minutes or the 4 minutes and actually charge people to view those 10-minute videos.
Yes, I'm thinking so too. I think he saw the OnlyFans model.
Yep.
And ran with it. So with me and him, next time he come back, and there probably more developments, we probably get more deeper into it. That's why you need to subscribe to Savage Smoke on Spotify. So with that being said, how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? If you haven't learned anything, smoke this over. Mr. C, say goodbye to the smokers.
All right, y'all take care. Have a good night, and thanks for having me.
Deuces.